Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the main award for the night. The Australian Christian Book of the Year Award is given annually to an original book written by an Australian citizen, normally resident in Australia, and published by an Australian publisher. The award recognises and encourages excellence in Australian Christian writing. The award carries a prize of $2,500 for the winning author. Entries are judged with an eye to the original nature of the work, the literary style, including suitability for the target audience, design, including layout, cover, text, and illustrations, contribution that the book makes in meeting a need for Christian writing in the Australian situation and in the Australian market. That is, the award is for originality, excellence, and relevance. These 8 books on screen have been shortlisted from over 50 entries for the 2014 Australian Christian Book of the Year Award. They are C.S. Lewis and the Body in the Basement by Kel Richards and published by Strand Publishing, Eating Heaven by Simon Carey Holt and published by Acorn Press, In God They Trust, The Religious Beliefs of Australia's Prime Ministers 1901 to 2013 by Roy Williams and published by Bible Society Australia. Love is the New Black by Cameron Simmons and published by Crooked Nose Wisdom. On the Way to Faith, Personal Encounters with Jesus in John's Gospel by Ken Manley and published by Morling Press. Sorry, We Have No Space by Joseph Joachim and published by Connor Court. Tactics for Team Ministry by Scott Petty and published by YouthWorks. And finally, The Great Bible Swindle and What Can Be Done About It by Greg Clark and published by Bible Society Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen carefully and with anticipation as we now hear a reading from the book that has won 3rd prize.
So what you're saying is that there's only one way of looking at the world that sees it right, while all the others see it slightly out of focus or distorted in some way.
Indeed. And I go further by giving that true way of seeing the world a name. Christianity.
And that's where you just can't be right. You're making the mistake, the arrogant mistake, if you don't mind my saying so, of treating your worldview, Christianity, as somehow being more equal than all the others. That just can't be the case. All worldviews are equal and all should be regarded with respect.
In that case, young Morris, you are respectfully wrong.
Hang it all, Jack, you must see that all these options are pretty much equal. All the major world religions, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Islam, and so on, are ancient and widespread. Each is held to be true by intelligent chaps, and atheism is pretty much the same. There have been atheists since the dawn of time, and there are probably more today than ever before. You see what I mean? All equal, all doing the same job of making sense of the world for someone, of providing a picture of what the world is like and how it works. So perhaps it's just a matter of what suits you.
So you're saying, are you, young Morris, that equal means the same?
I sense I'm walking into a trap here, but I can't say no because that's pretty much the point I'm making. I'll just nod.
Nonsense! Mind you, you're not the first to fall into that trap, and you won't be the last. It's becoming more common for people to make the mistake of thinking that equal must mean...
But surely, if that doesn't work out, you can't...
Hear me out. The fact is that equal never means the same. It always means, and must mean, equal but different. That's what the equal sign means in mathematics, and that's what the word means in ordinary language.
Rubbish. Not only rubbish, but illogical rubbish. Equal means identical. To be equal is to be exactly the same.
Really? Ha! Well, I'm no mathematician, but even I know that in a mathematical formula, both sides of the equal sign are not identical, are not exactly the same, but they are equal. To give you a simple example, and because I'm hopeless with numbers, it'll have to be very simple, I could write 20 multiplied by 5 on one side of the equal sign, and the number 100 on the other. And I'd be perfectly correct. Each side of the equal sign is equal to the other, but they're not the same. They're not identical. In fact, it would be pointless to write down that 100 equals 100. The whole point of the notion of equals is that two things are unlike and yet equal. Picture a set of scales, an old-fashioned set of balances with a pound of lead on one tray balanced by a pound of wheat on the other. Both weigh a pound. The scales are perfectly balanced because they're equal. But they're certainly not alike. One is mineral, the other is organic. One can be planted and grow, the other can't. One can be turned into food, and the other can't.
No need to go on, I see your point. So, you're claiming that even if we say every way of looking at the world is to be given equal respect and consideration, we're not bound to think that they're all the same or have the same explanatory value. Hence, equal doesn't mean they're all true.
Precisely. And the next step is that it can't be just a matter of what suits you. That's relativism. And relativism kills rationality.
I have it!
Have what?
I know who killed Franklin Grimm.
Third prize has been won by C.S. Lewis and The Body in the Basement by Kel Richards and published by Strand Publishing. Unfortunately, Kel can't be with us in person as he's about to go on air. But as you can see, welcome Kel. He's been with us in spirit for quite a while already tonight. We're also joined tonight here in person by his editor, Owen Salter. Owen, would you please join us on stage? This is what the judges had to say about C.S. Lewis and The Body in the Basement. Cast in the role of accidental detective, Oxford Don C.S. Lewis is obliged to simultaneously investigate a puzzling murder and the Christian faith. Both mysteries are well served by Lewis's humour, imagination, and above all, reason. Faith in Jesus is shown to be worthy of our consideration. Veteran broadcaster and writer Kel Richards has given us an entertaining, engaging, and satisfying novel. Ladies and gentlemen, third prize to Kel Richards. And Kel's going to say some words in response.
If you insist. Modest as I am and unused to public speaking, I will say a few words. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure and an honour to win the award. My thanks go especially, of course, to C.S. Lewis for being such an interesting character. And my thanks to Owen Salter, who fixed up what I have wrote. Thank you, Owen. And thank you.